All right, here we go. So thanks a lot, Indra, for joining in today, right away from Auckland, New Zealand. Really appreciate your giving time to the community and sharing your knowledge. And today you will be talking about Power Query tips and tricks, which we all need to know. So really great and happy to host you today in Jaipur Power Platform user group. Over to you, Indra.
Okay, thank you. I'll just share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah, I'll just mostly today's session will be demos, but I just want to share the agenda on the PowerPoint. So, firstly, just a couple of sentences of introduction of me. My name is Indira, and I am a Microsoft Data Platform and AI MVP, and I have been in New Zealand for the past 23 years, maybe, and working in data. Uh, right from DTS days, mostly BI, and now a lot of AI is also in the pipeline. So, and also I'm interested in working in AI. So, and in my pastime, what I do is I teach kids SQL and Power BI. Every year, I run about 6 to 8 weeks classes for kids, and there'll be separate sessions for adults as well. And if you want to contact me, LinkedIn is the best place. So it's hashtag is Indira-Bandari. So let's look at today's agenda. I'll see how much I can cover. Split columns into rows and group by and advanced group by, pivot columns, each and underscore, text.trim function, missing field, and custom sort. All these I'm planning to cover. Let's see how much I can cover. So that's the main goal. So I'm just going to end this slideshow and share my Power Query. Okay, so in Power BI is a data visualization tool where you have something called Power Query. So which where you do most of the transformations in a BI world, in a business intelligence world. You do some sort of methodology called ETL, extract, transform, and load. So you extract data from various sources and then transform them, and then transform the data that is suitable for reporting, and then you load that data. So the transform part is what is done in something called Power Query. So the window that you are seeing here is Power Query. So let's say, for example, I just want to demonstrate splitting of rows today. Um, so here I have some sample data where you have in the time of day, you have morning, comma, and then uh, carriage return or enter, and then you have night. So what I want to do is, usually when we do a split column, normal split column, it creates columns. Okay, so maybe let's start with the simple one. So to do the split column, you either right click and choose split column, or you can go to transform, or you can go to the split column up there. So I'll just choose from the right click, and then, because there is a delimiter, what is a delimiter? Delimiter has a comma, right? So I can try that. So I'll just try split column and then by delimiter. And if I just say that, what will happen is you get a split column by delimiter window. So where you can choose what is your delimiter. Here it has comma, but we have more than comma. We have um, hold on, I don't know whether I can resize. I'm not able to resize it. So you have a comma as well as, so you have a comma as well as a enter there. So how do I get into that? So for that, what we need to do is, you need to choose the split column by delimiter, and by default it is choosing as comma, but you can't achieve that just by comma. So what you can do is, you can do a custom, and then you can include comma, as well as here you have a carriage return, right? And carriage return is or a line feed, which is nothing but an enter um, keyboard, enter on the keyboard. So for that, what you need to do is you need to choose split using special characters and insert special characters. So what it will do is it will include the special character after this one. So if I choose here, you can either choose carriage return or line feed. So I'll just use no or line feed. So I just chose the um, line feed. So it is nothing but the special character for line feed is hash within brackets LF. LF is stands for line feed, and CR stands for um, line line feed. Okay. So now, and you have these leftmost and rightmost. So for example, if you have a lot of commas, so you can choose where to split the column. So you can choose either leftmost delimiter or rightmost delimiter or each occurrence of the delimiter. So if you choose, let's say for example, you have three words and separated by two commas, that will create three columns. If you just click OK here. I'm not going to click OK here. What I'll do is, since I have only one comma here, I don't need to bother to actually split use this one. Whereas here, what I want to do now is I want to split that into rows. So for that, I just click on the advanced options. Here, by default, it splits into two columns, so, because that is the default. But what I want to do is I want to create rows. So for instead of three rows, it will be five rows, because two of the rows have commas in it. So I'll just choose rows, and then if I click OK, see, now you have five rows where morning night is split into morning night, and then afternoon morning is split into afternoon morning, and the last row had only afternoon. There was no comma there, so that row is as is. So that is that is how you can split into rows. Split into columns if you want to do. So I'll just go back again. And in Power Query, we can easily undo by deleting the steps. So I'll just um, okay, split column by delimiter. I think I'm going to remove that, delete step. And see, here I have comma and night. So what I want to do is I want to create another column uh, for morning and night, afternoon morning, and afternoon nothing. That means it will have three rows only, but an additional column will come. So for that, what you need to do is you need to do the split column by delimiter. Again choose the custom and comma, and split using special characters, and I'm going to choose line feed. And uh, I won't choose rows here this time. I will choose only columns. So that will give you, see, that has created a new column called time of day point 2. The original was renamed as time of day point 1. So first words that are there before the comma are in the dot 1 column, and after the comma are there in the dot 2 column. So that's how you can split the column. So that covers splitting the column. You can do various other transformations, like you can remove rows, remove top rows, remove bottom rows, remove alternate rows, and also if you want to keep rows, keep errors, keep duplicates, you can do that. Okay, so now next one, what I want to show you is grouping. So for that, let's go into financial table that I have here. Okay, so this is the source of the, okay, so this is the table that I have, where you have segment, you have country, you have product, you have discount band, and you have lot of fact facts like units sold, sales, sales prices, gross sales, and things like that. What I want to do now is and there is a year column as well. So what I want to do now is I want to group this data by segment and let's say year, segment, year, and then the sales. So for that, what we need to do is um, here, if you go into transform tab, you have something called group by. So I'll just click on that. I'll just click on that, and then here you have options of grouping by. Basic means you can group by only one column. What I want to do is, because I want to group by segment and year, what I'll do is I'll just go to advanced, and once I click on advanced, I can add more grouping. So I want to group by and choose year as the column. And then what do I want to group? What is it that I want to see when I group by? So I want to see, let's say, total sales. So I'll just name the column as total sales. And then instead of counting rows, because it is total, we need to summarize it by using the sum operation rather than count operation. And then the column will be sales, because we want to see the sales by year and by segment. So I am doing that, and I'm clicking on OK. So here we have segment, year, and then total sales. Now here this is using UI, using the UI, how we are grouping by. If we look at a little bit more advanced, then what we can do is, let's say I want to see, let's say let's say I want to see what are the countries that are there in this grouping. So for example, in the government segment in 2014, what are the countries that made these sales? So I want the countries to have to come in a comma separated list on the as a row. So for that, what I can do is I will use this code bit, and then let's see what this code bit contains. So here we are using a function called table.group for grouping. Okay, so once we see that, shift enter. I'm just doing shift enter so that you can understand um, this formula a bit better. So I'm just trying to separate it out. Okay, so now here this is what are the columns that we are grouping by, and then this is what is the fact that we want to group by. So this is the entire line, and then now we want to add something similar to total sales. What we want to add is, we want to add a countries list separated by comma. So how we can add that is, I'll copy this one, because this is like an array. So I'll copy this one and then create another column. So this total sales is one column. I want to create another column, so I will just copy that and then paste it here. That will create another column, but I have to separate this by a comma, because that is the aggregated column. So this is one aggregated column, and see, if you look at this function parameters, table.group requires a table which we provided, and key as any. So key as any is these ones. What are the columns that we want to group by, and then what are the aggregated columns? So for that, we can add, because it says aggregated columns as list, we need to provide that as a list. So we have already one aggregated column called sales. Now we want to add a new one. So let's say I'm adding a new one called let's say countries. Okay, so if I say countries and if I say enter, see, it is adding countries, but we haven't specified the country country column. So it's just listing it's just summarizing the sales. So this is where we need to change it. So if I we can use a um, combine, like a concatenate, because we want to concatenate or combine the countries column based on these two columns, the based on segment and year. So for that I'm going to just try and use combine. And what is the column name? Column name is, I think it's country. Let's try that, country. And because it's not a number, it's a text, we just need to change the type to text. And also remember that Power Query is case sensitive, so you need to ensure that the um, you use the right case. And also there is no because we are combining the text, we need to change this list dot combine to text dot combine, because countries have text as values, right? So now if I look at this one and then enter, see now, okay, now what I have done is I have combined but I haven't specified any delimiter. So what is happening here? It is just giving you the list, the list of countries just side by side. This is not very user friendly. So what we can do is we can combine this by separating like a comma. See now text dot combine text as list. So text as list is our country column, and then we can give a separator. Separator can be given in within two quotation marks. So I'm just giving quotation marks followed by a comma and a space. So this is our separator. Comma and space is our separator. So then if you can, now it is more visible, right? You can see Canada, Germany, and things like that. And uh, yeah, so that's how you can use text dot combine. And also you can create a new aggregation column as well. So if we want to use a simple combine of not simple group by of countries, it won't come like this. It will come as a separate column. So in order to avoid that, we can just see that uh, this can be achieved using text.combine. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you in the advanced group by and advanced group by. Next one I have in the list is okay, let's do pivot column. Okay, so now let's go back here. I'm just going to go here. Okay, let's go into grouped rows, and I'm going to change. Okay, I'm going to create a group again. So let's go group by, insert, and advanced, and add grouping. And I can say, let's say year. And again, let's go sales. And here sum. And then let's say this time I'm seeing gross sales, total gross sales. I can say this. Okay, so here, so this is how it is looking. So now, in order to, if I let's say for example, I want to see the sales column, the year column, because there are only 2 years, right? So I want to see uh, 2013 and 2014 instead of year and then total gross column. So for that, what I can do is I can select this year column, and then there is something called pivot column. So it's just going to, if I pivot that, then it will just insert a step, and then so in the values column you will have that, and then count all. Yeah, it can just be that, and then okay, so now I just want um, Okay, you need to select both year and total sales. Okay, so select both year and total sales, and then because we want total sales also, and then use pivot column because we want to pivot the total gross sales. See, like that, 2014 and 2013. So this is how you can use pivot, so that you can, it's like I don't know whether how many of you used transpose in transform in no transpose in Excel. So that is, it's similar to that. Okay, so that's the pivot column. I'm just looking at what is there in the okay, now a little bit more advanced. So let's go into let's say, for example, I have this I'm just going to remove these ones, these steps, and let's go into the first one. Okay, so we have this, and I'm just going to remove this also, just to keep it simple. Okay, I have these three columns, and now I want you to let you understand what each and underscore. There are some keywords which you can you should understand for more flexibility, for having more flexibility when you are doing the Power Query. So now I have this. Okay, so yeah, I have this table, right? So in this table, what I want to do is I want to explain each, what each is. Each is each means every single item in a collection, and there is a underscore. Underscore means it changes its meaning depending on where you use it, and we will see in how we can use it. So for example, in now we have a table context. In this table context, when we use each underscore, then what will happen is it will um, the each in this table context is each row, each item, every single item. So that means each row. So for example, if I want to let's say add a new column, so I'll just click on this one, and then let's say I'm going to use a table dot add column. Okay, table dot add column, which is already there, and then start the brackets. And here what I'll do is I have to get this one inside, so I'll just take that, or I'll just remove this one. Okay, I'll just say comma. So now table dot add column function, what it requires is it requires a table which is group rows here, which is the that is the name of the table, and then it requires a new column because we are trying to create a new column. Let's say I'm just giving the column name as new column or something like that, and followed by I'm just giving a comma. Now it's we need, what it expects is it expects a column generator as a function. So that means we need to give something a column generator as a function. We need to give a function. So for that, if we use each and underscore, so underscore is a variable that is uh, that will be used to store the entire line, so every single item of that collection. So here the collection is this one, the segment, year and total sales. So what in this context, each underscore has created a record. In a table context, each underscore has created a record. So when we look at this record, what is there in the record, if we click on the not on the record but a little bit outside, it will show you what it has. So it has three columns, government, and the values of those three columns are for segment it is government 2014. It shows what is there in this, and also if you look at the second record, it shows what is there in that. So each item, so this is each item, and in this particular context it is the each row. Okay, so let's say for example you want to you don't want to return everything as a record, but you want, let's say you want to return what the total sales is. So for that, what you can do is you can create the new column. Let's say, for example, I'll just create another new column, and then I will say again table dot add column, um, and I will say okay custom one. Okay, so table dot add column. Custom is the table name, and then comma again. Let's say new sales. I have to give a new column, new sales, and then here in this context, again, if I just want to display what is there in the total sales, what I can do is I can say each. I can say each underscore and then the column name. So each underscore, and within that the column name. So that is total sales, and then close the bracket. See, now it is just showing you the new sale, only the sales column, because we are using only the column name. We just want only the column name. So this underscore variable is holding only total sales and not the record. So that is the difference between each and underscore and each underscore with and also the column name. So it will have only the total sales item, not the segment year and total sales. Okay, so that is in the context of a table. Each and underscore is in the context of a table. So, or you can also write it as record each record dot field. See, record dot field, and within brackets you can give underscore and underscore comma and the field name. That also can be done. So underscore comma and field name. So that also will be one more. So that also will be okay. So each, you can actually give the column name as this. See, now that you can write it even that way. So there are lots of ways to achieve the same thing. Okay, so that is all this we have seen in the context of a table. Now let's try and see in the context of a list. So let's say, for example, I'm just going to create I think I have a list here somewhere. Okay. So here, okay, I have a list here. I'm generating a list from 10 to 20. So this is a list. And now what I want to do is I want to understand what each underscore context is for list. So what I'll do is I'll just try and again click on this one and use a function called list.transform. So for that, I'll say list.transform and then open the brackets. And so here it expects first argument as list and then followed by comma and then transform as a function. So for example, if we say each and underscore, here nothing happens because there are no two or three columns, so it won't create a record. It is because it's just a list. it will be the same. So, but each underscore at each row will hold the value of 10, 11. So underscore at row 1 will hold the value of 10. So it's this acts like a variable. So if I say this, nothing happens. But if I say each underscore, let's say plus 2. So what this will happen is these kind of operations can be done. So because in the first row underscore holds 10, so it will add 10 plus 2. Okay, so 10 plus 2 means 12. The next one will be 11 plus 2 means 13. So it will increase. So just when I say when I click on this, just observe that the list values change. See, now I have the list values as 12 to 22 instead of 10 to 20. So that is the list part of it. And now if I okay, so that's each and underscore. So how can underscore be replaced? So let's say, for example, uh, because here it says, let's go back to the table. Where is our table? Yeah, here. So now I'll just try and create the same, let's say same this one um, in another form. So I'll just go into um, function, again table dot add column. So table dot add column and brackets begin. And now here, because custom 2 is a table, so comma, and then I am adding a new column. So new column's name is let's say new function. We can name it anything. I'm just, because I'm trying to demonstrate a function. So here, when we say column generator as a function, so in mQuery, you can create a function um, by using a alphabet or even a text, and then followed by a rocket sign. So here, let's say for example, I am saying let's say t. Okay, t is my variable, function variable, and then if I do the rocket sign with equals to and greater than, and then if I just say t, um, so what that does is it will just create a record. So let's say for example, I'm just doing that and then I'm closing that. What now what it does is, see, this was created by each underscore. Okay, it's the same when we use a function in Power Query. This is how functions are written. So this is the um, so if we are storing this in the t variable, and then we are displaying the t variable. So that is the that is equivalent to each and underscore. And if we, let's say for example, if we want to just get the total sales, then what we can do is we can provide only the total sales, like how we have uh, used each underscore um, at, total sales in the brackets, total sales column. So I'm going to use the same. So total sales. So if I do that, then you just get the total sales. So that's the power of each and underscore, and or you can do it in the form of another function as well. Similarly in list. So if we go to the list, what we can do is instead of each and underscore, what we can do is I'm creating another list dot transform custom one. Again, here also transform as function. So what we can do is, let's say here we can call this as x, and then function is with the followed by the rocket sign, and then we are displaying just the x. If we just display the display x, nothing changes. So 12 to 22, it stays the same. If I say enter, I'll just say enter, and then nothing changed. Whereas if I say x plus 2, this time let's go 3. And then if so 12 plus 3, 15. The first row will become 15. See, everything gets added to 15 by 3. So it's similar to each and underscore as well. So that is the each and underscore that I wanted to get you understand. Um, any questions so far? Okay, looks like okay. No. Okay. So now the next one that I wanted to share with you is text.trim function. Okay. So now here I have some table with Twitter sentiment. Okay, here I have my sources. I have a column called text, and another one as category. In the category, the sentiment score will be there, which is -1 or 0 or 1. So uh, and here we have we can promote the first row as headers. So that's what has been done here. So once you do that, so you can do that from choosing from here. Either here use first row as headers or use first row as headers here. So after that, now here if we look closely, what the text has is, let's say you have a lot of ampersands, right? And then you have at the rates, ampersands, and other percentages and all those things. So what we can do is we can use text.trim and then remove those those special characters. So for that, how I can do is have added a custom column. So how I can add custom column is, you can go here and add custom column, and it will come up with this. So here you can use text.trim and then add the um, column that you want to trim the text. So that is the column followed by a comma, and what are the special characters that you want to trim. So you can trim at the rate, exclamation, whatever you have, hashes, ampersands, and percentages. So once you do that and then click OK, you get the new column. See, now you can see that at the rates are removed in this particular column, and then here after, see that also the percentages have gone. So like that, and then here ampersands are gone, and there are percentages here. Okay, percentages here, they didn't go. I don't know why, but yeah. So you can use that kind of text dot trim function in that way. And now the next one is, let me go back to my Power Query, missing field. Okay. Uh, let's see where I used missing field. Okay, this is sort. Okay, so here let's go to this source. Here I have a table which has product name, description, list price, sale price, and brand. And I have added a custom column with each underscore list price. So it's just displaying the same thing as list price, like how we have seen the list, each underscore total sales. Okay, so now I am removing column called product name. So here the product name column is removed. If we look at it here, product name column is there. In this, product name column is removed, and then here we are trying to rename the column. Rename the column. Before this, let's say for example, uh, this. Okay, I'm just going to delete that for now, and I'm trying to rename the column. Okay, so I'm just renaming the column called product name to product. So here, if we see the product name column, by the time this step has come, it became product. Now let's say I am removing this column. No, if I go up and then I will remove this column. Before the rename occurs, I'm just removing this column. What will happen when you come to here? Because we have renamed product name to product and that column is not there, this is going to error. So in order for us to not get these errors, we have to make sure when we are renaming the column. So here, if I go here and when we are renaming the column, if I say comma, see here it expects table, which is removed columns, and then renames as list. So we have given only one rename, product name to product. And then you can say missing field as nullable number. If we say that, then this error won't come. It just ignores the error. So for that, what we can do is we can missing field dot use null. If there is a statement that we can use missing field dot use null, then it won't error. So for example, if I go there and then if I come here, I think there is a comma. Oh, there are two commas here. That's fine. Yeah. See, now there is no error because we are using this one. So that is how you can use missing field dot ignore or missing field dot use null, so that your table doesn't break. So those are the tips that you can use for not breaking the table when some columns don't occur. Okay, so that's one thing, and the other one is um, text dot trim is done. Missing field dot ignore. Okay, so custom sort. Okay, let's do custom sort. Custom sort. Okay, let's go here and okay, so here I have a source where I think this is an Excel source called coffee sales, and in that there are a lot of sheets and coffee sales table. Uh, Now what I want to do is I want to in here. No, this is all promoted headers. Okay. Now in this table, I want to sort. So let's say, for example, I want to sort time of day. Okay, based on time of day, and uh, time of day. If I just say sort by alphabetical, here is sort. Right click on the column, and then you can find sort somewhere. Okay, so home. Yeah, sort. Okay, so you can do either A to Z. A to Z is descending to ascending or ascending to descending. Okay, so sort descending or sort ascending. But what if I okay, I'm just okay, I mean, so order is ascending, so it all comes with all afternoons are coming, and then after that mornings are coming, and after that nights are coming. But we don't want that. What I want is I want morning, afternoon, and night. That is the order, right? So for that, what we need to do is we can't do that sort uh, the simple sort. We can do custom sort, and that custom sort can be achieved. I'm deleting this step. That custom sort can be achieved uh, by a function called list.positionOf. See, you can, if there is a small list, what you can do is you can use the each keyword and then each list dot position of, you are using the table dot sort function, and then you are using what you are giving the order that you want. So you can give morning, afternoon, and night, and then what is the column, where are these values. These values are in time of day column. So that's what we need to provide. So let's say, for example, I'm just going to say comma so that you can see value as any list, and this is the list, and then value as any. Value as any is the table name, is the column name. So if I say that, then what's happening is you can see morning is the first one, and then followed by afternoon and then night. So that's how it is sorted now. Uh, for example, if you want to sort by, let's say, month name. So here uh, you can give Jan, Feb, March. Instead of if we just sort by month name, it will come as April, May, June, May, alphabetical order, right? So if you want to avoid that, you can have a list of Jan, Feb, March, and then you can give that list here, and then give the month name as the column. Then you will achieve that particular sort. So that is the custom sort that we can do using list.positionOf. That is what will be used for custom sorting. And I think that's what I plan to um, do today.
Thanks a lot, Indra, for
No worries.
giving us a very valuable session and telling us all about the functions, different functions, and how we can work with them in a very advanced way. You joined from New Zealand and giving us time, sharing your knowledge with the community and with the participants. It's really awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks everyone for joining in on this weekend. Stay tuned for our other sessions. Thank you.